5 things that you wish your novice younger self had known when you first started bodybuilding. Oh, this is a good
That's
one.
a good question.
I'll go first.
Number 1, Emily. I'm going to count.
No, I go first.
Yeah, it's a 1.
That I should have stuck to my diet more and seen the value in consistency, because I was all over the place initially, very young.
I feel mine's going to be very similar.
2.
These are big lessons.
Off season is not for a time for partying and fucking around. It is a time for eating good quality food consistently and training with intention. 3, I wish I got a better coach earlier in my years, because that's something that I definitely did lack when I was beginning. 4, I wish I had known the benefits of more sleep and recovery and less sessions. And 5,
Come on, think about it.
I'm trying to think about it. I wish I took longer in an off season. I didn't actually have a proper off season probably until 2017.
Very good. So mine are going to be very similar, because they're the ones we talk about a lot. So number 1, okay, is understanding how, and for me, and how anabolic food is and how much you need to eat in order to grow. That's still something I'm blown away by at the moment. At my level, currently doing the amount of bloody food I've got to eat to grow. Okay. 2, this is a funny one for me and Em. Weekends count. We used to be so good during the week, and we'd follow, this is going back 5 years ago, follow our meal plans, get to the weekend, and we're like, you know what, cheat day. We used to have a cheat day, thinking mind-blowing, like, you know what, we're training legs this day, we've got cardio on this day, and we can go eat whatever we want this day, and we still, the funny thing is, and don't,
no, we did. We progressed
to a point off our genetics. Now, I think that's when I look back, I'm like, we still won, we still progressed. But how much would have we, I think, how much would have I progressed if I knew how to control my weekends? The other end of the food side was the partying. I used to treat the off season like my mates have to wait 5 months of a year for me to compete, to go and party with and have fun, and I get my life back. There was a time when I was single before Em, when Em was just my best friend, and I'd go chasing girls. And guess what? I didn't sleep on the weekends, and I'd go waste money on alcohol. Then I'd get to Monday, probably miss Monday training sometimes because I was having a big weekend, or it fucked my performance in the gym. So I look back, and there was probably a couple of years there where I could have progressed my physique so much quicker if I'd known the rest, recovery, sleep side of it, and managing my weekends and being like all in on bodybuilding. So that's 2. That's 2. No, so 3 is training. There's so many different training techniques, okay? People belong, and I used to think, I used to bang a lot of volume. I'd flog myself, and Emily vouches. I wouldn't leave the gym until I almost felt like stealing, or I couldn't walk out of there. And I'd just thrash it and loved it, because I thought, no one's going to fucking out-train me. Till I realised what we just said, as I got more educated, learned more and more, started working with mentors, started doing courses, got a coach, the bell curve, the diminishing returns, my recover capabilities weren't there, which affected my performance, which then affected my growth in an off season. So overtraining, I wasn't able to recover from it. And again, it would have been in conjunction with not eating enough food. I thought I was eating enough, I didn't. Another one, a big one that a lot of people rely on. I affected my growth in the off season because I wanted to stay leaner. This is a big one. A couple of years ago, to my coach, I've got it now, really slapped me in the face. I kept sabotaging my results because of social media, because of our business. I thought I had to look a particular way, and I was holding on to lines, which therefore affected the muscle mass I could have put on. Unfortunately, in a surplus, you're gonna lose lines, and I was like, took me a lot to get my head around that, and I should have been focusing on winning the next show, not focusing on the Instagram interaction, because people love it when I'm lean as opposed to when I'm in the off season.
No one gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck. So I should have been focusing and reminding myself on the goal and focusing on the process and being like, temporarily, I'm going to be uncomfortable here to win and be comfortable over here. Next one, like Emily said, coach. I tried to learn a lot myself. I was an ego. I'm quite smart. But what it created, because there's so much information out there, I doubted a lot of the things I did. Confusion. I was like, I'm going to try this. I don't think it's working. I'm going to try this. And instead of being consistent and trusting what I knew, or in having a coach who was smarter than me, a lot smarter, I could not only trust what they were saying, stick to it, it also took a lot of pressure off myself and give me the ability to learn more. So we've got high level coaches. One, so we could obviously progress, but two, to mentor us and teach us as well. I think that's probably 5, it'd be close.
Yeah.